Khary Payton!
All right, the band's gonna get here in a minute. We're gonna do a little acapella. All right, what we got?
All right.
How's everybody doing today? Nice.
All right. So how's your weekend been? You been having fun?
Yeah, my weekend has been right here hugging all these beautiful people.
Yeah.
Kissing babies, taking names.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Why don't you jump into some hard hitting? Let's go with some Walking Dead questions.
Yeah, let's jump into some questions.
All right.
That I'm not gonna answer, because you know I don't answer any damn questions. I'm trying to keep my job.
All right. One thing we gotta...
No! Next question.
Okay, so one of the most heartbreaking moments of just like the finale and this whole thing, I felt like a character death in itself was watching you and Carol split up.
Oh yeah.
And so I wonder, like, how do you affect with that? But like, what do you think it's going to take for Ezekiel to win her back over and fix this problem?
Man, you know that girl's just a tough nut to crack, man. I've been throwing pomegranates and melons, and all kinds of livestock at the woman. I don't know what to do. You know, I did the best I could. I think she needs some alone time. She's got to walk out. Find a little spot. Cooper Andrews, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all we got?
No, I think that's all we got. That's all right. We'll make it work.
We'll figure it out.
Absolutely. Yeah. There you go.
Hello. Sorry
Cooper.
about that.
So they were just asking, what else do I have to do to get Carol to, come back to the kingdom?
Oh my.
Although if she comes
around.
back, nobody's there. It's just like a for rent sign outside the kingdom.
We're gonna write how much fun it is in there and make her feel jealous.
Exactly.
So nice in here.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. I love that they were just like, you know what? The kingdom fell apart, and we like looked the other direction and looked back, and they're just like holes everywhere. I was like, I thought we were doing a good job.
Yeah, we ran out of duct tape.
We had all this duct tape. Yeah, no more duct tape. That's what happens when you run out of duct tape in the kingdom. Everything
Henry had one job to do.
Dude, we were like, just go learn some like blacksmithing,
make some
and
pipes.
come back. Instead, he goes girl crazy,
Starts drinking,
partying
with friends,
losing it,
losing
everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. Kids, what are you gonna do? I guess,
I'll share with you, Cooper. All right. So one of my favorite things about the dynamic of you guys on and off screen, it seems like as close as Ezekiel and Jerry are like best friends on the show, it really looks like you two are just like have an incredible relationship off screen also. So what is that like? Like does that friendship really help just boost everything that you do in the show too?
I really don't like hanging out with Cooper.
We're not that. We're just really amazing actors.
Yeah, I just,
sitting here this close is
dude, it's driving me nuts. I was like, oh man, it's that guy again.
It's like listening to a dentist work.
I literally was like, I flew across the world to Japan, and I was like, finally, I've gotten away from him. And then he comes walking up in the hotel, and I was like, this guy.
He's just mad because I was hiding in his giant suitcase.
That's true. I was wondering why it was so huge. It was like a distended snake, that had eaten like a boar or something. And I unzipped that thing, and I was like, Cooper, get away from my unmentionables. Now, I don't know. I guess it probably does help. I hope that we're good enough actors that even if we didn't like each other, we'd still do a decent job. But it does make it easier, to have a dude who's so much fun to hang out with. Yeah,
and it makes it fun because we can play with different ways of doing something and not feel uncomfortable about it, and get to test stuff. But yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of you know what, Khary, Coop, let's try it with your pants on. That guy.
Are you sure?
Exactly. We're just very comfortable around each other.
Have you seen me walk backwards?
Yeah, exactly.
Watch this. Okay. All right.
Yeah. We like wearing that. We like wearing that rigged hospital gown a lot. You know, just letting it flow back there a little bit.
It's so hot. I mean,
So it's very warm.
Yeah, it's 100
in the kingdom.
Degrees.
You know, and then they make me put on all of these layers of clothing instead. So.
Oh God.
I know, man. I'm like, let the breeze flow, people. Let it flow.
All right. So obviously, with the Pikes storyline, everything that happened near the end of this last season, people know the comic books. So I know Ezekiel's fate's a little different and everything, and then Jerry's not really even in the comics. So leading up through that, through the season, how worried were the two of you guys that y'all were going to end up on Pikes at the end of the season?
I was scared out of my mind. I had my bags packed, man. I was ready to go. I was like, they've already got one dreadlock woman with a better sword than me. So, I was like, I'm just set up. I'm leaving. I was like, I'm gone. It's okay. I know, no problem. I'll be fine. These dreadlocks flowing in the breeze. But apparently the dreadlocks were too heavy to actually blow in the breeze. And so that's why they were like, we're gonna kill him a different way.
And then unless they were shooting it like Lord of the Rings, my head would have had to have been like 10 feet behind the other heads. Because it's that much bigger.
It's a great big old head.
It's a big head. They didn't have a stick actually that can hold it. So
yeah. They were like, could we get 3 or 4 sticks? And that was gonna mess up kind of the tableau.
Yeah, it just didn't look right. Yeah,
right. I mean, look here, let me see the hat. Look. Okay, my head is not small, okay? Look at this. Look, I mean, literally.
We were in Japan. We were in Japan at a hat store.
Dude, there's nothing that fits Cooper in Japan. Nothing. Okay?
Sucks.
Oh my God. Yeah. And we literally went through an entire, you couldn't even stretch the hats around Cooper's head. He was so depressed by the end of the day. I was like, don't worry, we're gonna go back to America and get you something that fits.
Shoes included. I just felt very big there. I feel very big everywhere, but there in particular.
Yeah, I felt huge. I was literally I was this tall above everybody just walking down the street. I was like, I was like, this is how Cooper feels all the time.
All right. Any DC fans in the house?
DC!
Because I want to talk to you guys about that. You guys are both part of the DC universe in some way. Khary, you've been doing Cyborg for a while.
Yeah,
Can we get a booyah?
Yeah, booyah! There it is. Yeah. I've been doing Cyborg for 17 or 18 years, and also we do Young Justice, which is one of the greatest shows ever on DC Universe right now, and so I am ensconced in DC, and now we got our boy in Shazam, the biggest movie in America.
No, that was awesome. I was like, oh, is he in I want to be in DC also. I like his suitcase. I might as well get on the same, comic area.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, it was so much fun because we shot that between season 8 and 9. So literally the day I wrapped on Shazam, the very next day I had to show up for set on Walking Dead. So it was a really confusing time for me because I'm like, I am now in a different world, and this horse hates me.
But you turn out to be a father in both shows now.
Yeah,
you got more children than the Brady Bunch now. You literally got 17 in Shazam. You got 45 on The Walking Dead. It's just every time you walked around, it's another one popped out. He's like, we got to repopulate the apocalypse. They all look like Jerry.
Yeah, well, we had Micah, who's my son in Walking Dead, and he came in with his hair, and he also does martial arts, and I was like, I love this kid. And then you had Autumn, and she has her big hair, and she's walking around, and she half the time she'd be there, and half the time she went with a character choice.
Yeah, she would just. Well, that's the thing about having a 3-year-old on set. They won't do what you say. It's the same reason that we didn't have a real tiger. That's why you shouldn't have a 3-year-old. somebody's gonna lose a leg in both of these scenarios.
So when people, like last year, a lot of people were like, "Oh, how do you think Jerry will go?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be epic." It's like, and how do you think Jerry will go? Chasing his daughter, like chasing his daughter somewhere.
He's like, "No, don't go over the ow."
Oh, it's my toe.
Well,
it bit
dang
my
it.
toe off. Here we go.
Oh well, it's gonna be Autumn's fault.
All right, guys. Even though the kingdom is fallen, there's no more cobbler, which is such a sad. That's the greatest loss of it all.
Wait, who said there's no more cobbler?
Hey, yeah, we gotta.
Wait, don't go assuming shit.
Yeah, no, right.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's bad enough I lose my kingdom, because the pipes rotted. But for God's sake, give me something to eat.
All right, so.
Yeah.
Between maybe they're the same answer, maybe they're different answers for character and for you in real life. What is your favorite cobbler? Bonus points if we get a quick recipe.
Tell him.
You can't get a proper recipe. I won't tell the secrets. All right, mine is Cooper's is raspberry. I think Jerry would like a peach blueberry.
I like a raspberry too, actually. Raspberry's the way to go. For some reason with cobbler, you need like the little berry. It's the little berries that work,
That little sweet sour pop.
I like it. It's like you went out in the woods and just picked them out of, some of those, the stuff that your grandma says not to eat. I like those.
Yeah, and that's where Autumn starts running away, and then I'm like, oh
no, there's trouble.
So, Cooper, before you were cast as an actor on the show, you worked more behind the scenes as a boom operator and things like that. So how did that kind of maybe influence your way into getting the role, or has it kind of given you a different perspective on being on the show?
I actually had the same perspective because when I did like second unit stuff, so I was there. Second unit, we were there like the really long days, so it was always really long. We're like 16-hour kind of minimum second unit style. But the thing was, I'll tell this quick story. Season 5, there was this scene where Rick was in a car and they had the camera in front. It's just a pickup shot, and there's no dialogue, so I'm just gonna get camera perspective with the sound. And then he just starts yelling. He does that, just like psyching himself up, And then I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna stick I can put the microphone inside and get whatever this is. And I stick it in there. It's like, action! Cut! And I was like, okay, I don't know what that was. All right, so flash forward 3 years later, we're doing the season 8 mid-season premiere, finale. And at the beginning, we have like all those car shots. And at that point, it was there for 12 hours, and it's like 1 a.m. And I'm in the car, same setup, 50 yards away. And I was like, oh, what do I do? And then I was like, action! Cut! And I'm like,
it's the only way to stay awake.
And I was like, hell yeah. So that was cool. That was a nice little full circle thing that I learned from Andy. And used it. Exactly. 50 yards away.
And for you, which maybe I can get some tips from you, I need a little push. Apparently, I hear maybe you've been working on this keto diet. Has that been going well for you?
I mean, yeah, you just can't eat anything. Actually, that's not true. You can eat a lot. You just can't eat bread. You gotta let all the bread go, which was really hard because I didn't realize that's all I ate. That's all I ate was bread.
Now he has an 8-pack. I just want to point that out. He has a legit
I do not have an 8-pack.
You have an 8-pack.
It's like a 7 and a.
It's like 7 and a quarter.
No, it's disappointing. You'll all be disappointed. You can see it filmed later.
Ripped.
I am not.
Trust me, it's awesome.
No, that is just so embarrassing. I'll get there later. We'll worry about this later. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you later.
Awesome. All right, we got a few minutes left, maybe like 5 minutes left or something. So, for people who are sitting up here, if I got any questions from the audience, yeah, raise your hand. I will get to you.
Hi, one of my favorite episodes was outside the movie theater. Yeah. When you all did outside the movie theater, how long did it take to film that? that to get it synced with the music?
You know what? We shot that all in a day, and it was so much fun to get like an actual theme song for the kingdom. It was like, because we were wondering what the song was going to be, and then it was like, it's all right now, and it's just like, that's the kingdom right there. There could be dead people, trying to bite you, and we're like, it's all right, we just going to kill them. We're just going to kill them and keep on moving.
What I loved about that episode is the first time you really see like the kingdom without us dealing with saviors, without us dealing in the war. So it's like, what did the kingdom do? And it's like, this is what is most important. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. And then I had this question where I was like, well, what were you thinking about when you guys were in the movie theater? And I was thinking like, well, I'm getting married tomorrow. So I was kind of thinking about that the whole day. So we were like we were doing scenes, and then I'm like, okay, so what should we be doing for the wedding? Because he officiated it, and then we had to plan that out. So that was a really cool episode for me, because the whole time I'm thinking, I'm getting married after this. So yeah.
It was a good day.
Kind of a follow-up on that. So, you had to make that whole mission to the movie theater in order to get the bulb and take it back for the festival. If you guys would have got to pick personally what movie was played at the festival or at the fair, what movies do you think you guys would have screened?
I would have started with Teen Titans Go to the movies.
And followed by Shazam, I think, probably. And then ended off with The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
The dude abides, man. The dude abides.
I think those three movies would round out the kingdom perfectly.
That's how it goes, man. Just roll, man.
All right, we got another audience question. I'm gonna pass it over here.
Hi, I have a question for Ezekiel. When Henry died, who do you did Carol or Ezekiel react more? Which one reacted more?
Who reacted more? I think they both reacted pretty badly to the whole thing. I mean, it's ever since Carol came around, Ezekiel's just losing sons left and right. We gotta keep the kids away from Carol. I think there's from the ages of 8 to 17, they should just leave. They should just leave for a while and then come back when they're college age, but I think there's a wheelhouse there where Carol being around the kids is just a bad idea. Yeah.
Lost her own.
I think that's one thing we've all learned over the course of these last few seasons. You love her to death, keep her away from the children.
So you guys are having a great time doing all these cons and stuff like that. When do you get to spend time at home?
Home? I've heard of this. It's Tuesday through Thursday afternoon. I get to we get to run home and have a little time. Honestly, it's whenever I catch it. If I don't tell the producers this, but if I get more than 3.5 days off, I don't even ask permission. I just go home, and and if they call me back, then I fly back. But that's the way you do it. You just you make the time somehow so that your kids remember you. Don't forget what you look like, and you make those moments count and make them last. You always have something special to do. That's the way I do it.
Yeah, no, that's every 3 weeks, check the mail, and then water the plants, and then wash your clothes.
Yeah. Make sure you get cactus, that kind of stuff. Stuff that can last a little while without water. Orchids. Something that you won't have to overwater. There you go. That's the way I do it.
That's the trick.
What is your guys' favorite memory on set, or funniest memory?
Funniest memory on set. Some of them are really funny, and I just can't say them out loud. Funniest memory. I mean, I think we were doing season 8. There's that moment where I'm helping him. He got injured, and we're walking along, and Melissa's leading the way, and she's like, this way, and then she just casually falls over on the grass, like she just tripped, but she did it so slowly that we weren't sure what happened, and everyone else is rushing, and we're just staring at her looking.
Yeah,
like,
we're thinking, this is amazing acting. Yeah, it's like, wow. You just assume everything Melissa does is going to be amazing acting. It was like, I just want to watch and see where this goes.
Yeah, what choice is she
She's
making?
going to burst into tears, and everybody's going to lose it. Oh, no, she just fell. Somebody help her out.
Yeah, so she rolls over laughing. She's like, but I have a lot of memories of Melissa just tripping on things. So maybe like a montage compilation.
Well, Melissa does these things where she pretends to be serious when she's really just joking, and so because she's always in these incredibly intense scenes where all of this shit is going on, and she'll be like, guys, I just really need you guys to focus right now. I've got a lot going on, and we're like, oh, okay, sure, and then she just goes.
She doesn't need
The
it.
shoulders are right. That's my favorite Melissa pose right there. Right after she's just making everybody cry, and she's like, "I did it to you again."
Yeah, Melissa's the funniest moments on The Walking Dead for me.
Absolutely. Or no. Actually, what was funny that reaction when we're all like dancing to the music. It's all right now, and she was like, why are we getting a bullet? This is ridiculous. That was literally Melissa. She was like, we're all gonna get killed. This is stupid. Why is this happening? That look on her face, that was real. That was the one real time where she was looking at Cooper, just going like, "Don't sing at me. Don't sing at me." It was awesome. It was awesome.
Awesome. We'll take one more question and then we get going. I'll go ahead and roll over here. If it will reach, I don't know.
You might have to ask her.
Yeah. Just go ahead and give it to me. If there's any other character on the cast that you could play, who would it be?
Well, it'd be Daryl or Beta. Daryl or Beta, or well, actually, in Alpha or Beta. I don't know. I'd like to be a little bald-headed woman. I think I want to be a little bald-headed woman. Everybody's just scared of me with my piercing blue eyes. Don't look at me. I will kill you.
I liked. It's always different. I always think about who I'd want to play, but today I feel like Jason Smith, the guy Gavin, the savior that we messed with a lot. Just how he always like. He was like the guy that just showed up to the worst day at work. He was always like.
He was always shaking his head.
He's like, oh guys, come on, I'm asking for like not even crazy things right now. Like I felt like he was asking for like 12 cantaloupe. All right,
11.
Yeah, you get 11.
It's like, oh guys.
Oh, you had to.
Guys.
You have to die. We're missing a melon. I don't know. It'd be kind of funny to just be really disappointed about something like that. You didn't bring a melon? No, is that all right? Dude, you really had to bring the melon today. Okay, we'll bring one next week. It doesn't work.
One job to do.
It doesn't work that way, dude. We gotta kill you. And I'm like, oh, man. So, yeah, Jason, maybe. Gavin.
So, Jason and Alpha. There you go. I gotta shave my head next week anyway, so that works out for me.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank you, guys.
All right, give a real big hand. Khary Payton.
Have a good one. We'll see you out there.